20 years ago, coming back here, what's this all mean?
Well, it's never really left me. You know, I have such a love for the city, the university, and the players that we had here. It was really just a wonderful experience. You know, it's easy to remember the event, how great it was, but the journey leading up to it was really something special. At a place like this, it was just a great commitment by the J-backers, the people in the city. Don Leahy was, you know, Don Leahy and Bruce Rasmus were about the greatest ADs you could ever get at a school like this, and they had a lot to do with it too. It's just something special. I mean, obviously, the way the guys played, you know, and the way they still are, I think the greatest thing about them is they all think we should have won the thing. Everybody thought we'd be happy to get here, what a Cinderella story it was and all that, but they could really play. And I think the history takes care of that. 4 or 5 guys played in the big leagues. A lot of guys played professional baseball, and obviously their efforts and the way they played, obviously, you know, helped me do what I got to do after that too.
What was so magical about that team? Why did they play so well?
Well, they really were, and a lot of it was hard work. You know, we end up having about 4 first-round drafts in a row here, you know, over 4 years, and a lot of other good players. But they weren't that when they got here, and it was such a great bunch of guys, work ethic. They all had their own keys to the batting cages they hit at night, and it was a workaholic bunch of guys. We were the best hitting team in the country, period. You know, we were, and we proved that. And a lot of it was just the way they went about it. But more importantly, you know, I remember the whole, in 90 and 91, the last 2 years, you know, leading up to this, I remember a bunch of guys that, I don't remember them talking about their draft status or, you know, who's leading the league in hitting and how many home runs you got and who's batting where in the batting order. I think Bobby Langer hit 9th, and he got 5 hits in the championship game against Hawaii, you know, and I think he hit, you know, a double-figure home run guy batting 9th. He wasn't in my office one time when he hit 2, 3, 6. You know, Stohoviak was the best player in America, and I don't remember one time him, you know, worrying about anything except getting to play here in June. And that's why they did what they did.
To see these guys together once again in this new stadium, the setting, how emotional was that?
Oh, it's great. The city did such a phenomenal job here with this ballpark, and I'm so happy for the way the program is good, really good now. Ed Service is, and I told him this when I was here for the golf outing I brought Greg Maddox to a month ago. They're going to do it again. This shouldn't be. You know, the one time, and we don't want to live in just it happened once. I don't want to be the only coach that ever went to the World Series here. And I think this stadium will give Creighton a chance to even uplift it. They had a great year. You're a 2 seed in a cold weather climate. It's hard, you know, and they did a great job. It was special to be out there, and then I think the most important thing, when you coach for the right reasons, which I look back and I know I did, look how they all turned out. You know, that's what really is the emotional part for me is we don't have there's not a loser in the group in life. You know, you got 24 guys here today out of about 28 or 9 that were in the program then, and I don't think you got even close to one guy that hasn't succeeded with family, community service, great jobs. You know, stayed close with each other, great friends, still good to the university. So, great group of guys.
How neat is it to see Brian O'Connor out there coaching here?
Greatest. Well, you know, he's obviously, Brian and I have stayed very, very close over the years. He's a special kid. He's a kid, 40-something now, gray hair. But he was that kind of guy. I've said this before to the media here in town. You didn't know he was going to be a coach. He was a smart kid, too. He could have done a lot of things. You knew he was going to be great at something. And he's now become in the upper echelon of college baseball. Done a terrific job in Virginia. And coming over here the other day, I was just thinking, like, what a story that'd be if Virginia could win this thing in the first year of the new stadium. But whether they do or not, as long as Brian O'Connor's coaching Virginia, you'll see them in Omaha on a regular basis.
When you get together with these guys, I mean, how much of it is just filled with stories of those good old days, and then what kind of sticks out in your mind?
Well, what sticks out is there's very little. Most of the talk is, you know, fun, You know, stories you wouldn't tell the public. Not a lot of talk about, hey, you remember I got 3 hits in this game or 3 home runs. A lot of it's just, a lot of it's poking fun at me, which is good. But a lot of it's just the camaraderie, the unity they had. And I really believe, you know, the thing that people that weren't around us and all you people that weren't old enough is this wasn't some fluke to them. From the day we got beaten Texas the year before the regional, for them it was a given that we were going to get this thing done, and they did. And like I said, I think in their hearts they all think we should have won the thing.